English practice, the podcast from SBS News Morning News Bulletin, 23rd April 2024. In this bulletin, the Prime Minister marks Anzac Day with a 4-day visit to Papua New Guinea. An independent review says Israel yet to provide evidence of allegations against UNRWA. And in football, Australia's longest-serving Matilda discusses preparations for the Olympics. A scholar on Pacific relations said the decision by Prime Minister Anthony Albanese to be import Moresby for the dawn service on Anzac Day is significant in deepening bilateral ties. Mr. Albanese has flown to Papua New Guinea for a 4-day visit, where he will mark the start of the day on Thursday, public holiday, after checking the check with PNG Prime Minister James Banarape today and tomorrow. Alban Novotel is the Foundation for Development Cooperation Pacific Fellow at the Lowy Institute. He said the gesture served the interests of both countries. It's not an official trip this time around, but Albanese is going to be as a bit of a show of faith for the relationship he sees between the PNG people as well as Australia. We can see this from what happened last year when Albanese was the first Australian Prime Minister to address the floor of Parliament in PNG, and Marpa was accorded the same sort of opportunity over this year. And this is sort of just a build on from what both governments, I think, are trying to do, firm the relationship up moving forward. This comes as China is set to sign a free trade agreement with PNG in its attempt to widen its scope to the broader Pacific region. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi has met with his Papuan counterpart in Moresby to iron out the details of the FTA. The detail is set to include several development opportunities for the Pacific nation, given its access to Chinese market. Foreign Affairs Minister of Papua New Guinea, Justin Chenko, says this agreement will benefit its nation. This is something that will open up many doors, open up the markets for many different commodities and for our people. So I've been told by the foreign minister that's hurry up and get it done. They have already done this side and have completed, so it's up for us to do ours quickly. New South Wales police have been made a further arrest over the riots incident in Wycliffe that took place after stabbing of a prominent local bishop. Police said they have arrested a 23-year-old who appeared at a Fairfield police station on Monday night. He's now facing multiple charges and set to appear at a Fairfield court later today. New South Wales are on account for at least 12 more men who took part in the riot and have released their images to the public. They are calling for anyone who might have information about them to come forward. Social media platform X have been given an order from the Federal Court of Australia to remove all graphic content involving the reckless stabbing incident. The E-Safety Commissioner had previously told both X and Meta to take down the content from their platforms. Meta complied with the order, but X responded by geo-blocking all videos relating to the incident for Australian users. X's Global Affairs team said the post did not violate its rules on violent speech and that it will legally challenge the order. Following the TikTok order from the Australian court, X will be given 2 days to respond before a final decision is made. An independent review into the neutrality of the United Nations Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, has found some issues, but says Israel is yet to provide evidence that members collaborated with militant groups. Former French Foreign Minister Catherine Colonna has delivered her 54-page report requested by the agency following Israeli allegations staff participated in October 7th attacks. She said UNRWA remains irreplaceable and indispensable for Palestinians. An Israeli spokesman has described the report as insufficient. Ms. Colonna says Israel was not obligated to provide evidence of allegations. The subject of separate union investigations and the review had good relations with the country. She says most neutrality breaches relate to social media posts, incidents of violence, incidents affecting colleagues of relatives, but the agency have neutrality mechanisms in place. Actually, it probably has a more developed system than other UN organizations or agencies, which is a necessity considering the very difficult environment, complex and difficult situation in which they operate, and the uniqueness of their mission. There's always room for improvement, and some issues related to neutrality persist. This is why this mission was created. And in football, long-serving Matilda's goalkeeper Lilia Williams has preparations are going well for the Paris Olympics. The prom Nunga woman has competed in 2 Olympic Games and 5 World Cups. She says team spirits are still high after last year's World Cup, with the team almost being back to full strength. But she told living black nerves still creep in before the global competition. I don't think I still get nervous. I think that's a good thing. It shows me to myself that it's still okay and I enjoy playing. We don't want to live wherever we go without anything to show. And I think everyone's at that age when the next phase we might be too old for it, and there will be this hunger and desire like probably nothing else, I think. And this is the end of this practice.